You know who it is, and you know what time it is. Time to piss off some feminists, trad cucks, and whoever don't want to know the truth. Oh well, let's get started.
What is going on, gents? It's R.P.M. here, reporting from Mobile Command. Winter is here. Gentlemen, there are no ifs, no ands, no buts about it. Winter is here. And the amount of women who now find themselves suffering is actually wonderful. Yes, I said it. The amount of women who now find themselves suffering because of the decisions that they made in their life, it is wonderful. Oh, I ain't shit. Period. Point blank. Now, the phrase winter is coming could be interpreted in many different ways. And we've seen some of those ways that it was interpreted in. The eviction moratoriums, the promise to cancel student loans. Now, the recession. Oh, yes, gentlemen. Oh, yes. See, some surface level thinkers thought that, around the time that Kevin Samuels, R.I.P., started saying winter was coming, they thought it was going to be a snowstorm. They thought it was going to be an instant event that happened. No. When you look at the true meaning behind the phrase winter is coming, it simply means something bad is going to happen. And yes, a lot of things have happened that have been bad for women, to the point that a lot of them are taking to the streets, making back alley deals, like I always say. However, there's one scenario that did not happen. However, it is happening more and more. And I'm starting to see this in real time. What scenario would that be? Well, the rise of the cold-hearted man, i.e., the indifferent man. Yeah, in real time, I'm starting to see a whole lot more men become openly cold-hearted. Not mean, not assholes, not dicks, just cold-hearted. More men are starting to say the one word that women hate more than anything. That word is no. No, I'm not going to help you. No, I'm not going to be your attack dog. No, I'm not going to be your pay piggy. Yes, gentlemen, yes. More and more men in real time are starting to use that word. Now, of course, the simps, the cucks, hey, leave them to their devices. Those types of men do not want to be saved, and unfortunately, there's only two futures for a simp: to end up broke, and unfortunately, in extreme cases, to end up dead. That's it. That is it in a nutshell. But yes, winter is definitely here for a lot of women. Why? Because those same men who would be quote unquote friend zoned, who would be a lifeline for them later, have decided to cut ties with them. Now, gentlemen, I'm going to pose a question to you. And when I give the answer, no one is going to be able to argue this. Now, that question is this: what are the two things that all, every single woman who is still running around on this dating market can bring to a man's life who decides to actually engage her and give her a relationship? The first thing, it doesn't matter if the woman is old or young. She can only bring her used if she's young, and old and used if she's an older woman. Her box. Why? Because every single woman who is still on the dating market believes she has the box that will cure cancer. Doesn't matter how old she is, they all still believe they have the golden vagina. Yeah. And guess what? More and more men have realized that's all you really have to bring to my life. Now, the second thing that all women, every single woman will bring to a man's life who decides to actually engage with her and take her on and try to have a relationship with, that second thing, new problems. Yeah. So let's do a quick review. The only two things that all women bring to all men who decide to actually try to have a relationship with them or a commitment: old, used box, and new problems. Yep. Think about it. Just think about it, gentlemen. You're interested in a woman. You know she's not a virgin. She's already been, pounded out a few times. So she's already coming to you with a used box. Now, whatever problems she has in her life, they're not your problems until you agree to get into a relationship with her. And guess what? One day, her old problems will become new problems for you. Yeah. And that's not even counting women with children and all that stuff. Nah, that's every single woman. Period. Point blank. Now, I would love for someone to try to argue that with me, but, getting back to the main topic. Fellas, winter is here for a lot of women. More and more men are becoming more and more indifferent, and they're being open with their indifference, especially the young man, Austin Hollerman. Hopefully I said his name correct. Oh, I find his videos utterly hilarious. It's like, yeah, get your passport, get the hell out of this country. Gentlemen, if you still feel the desire to get yourself a woman, hey, go foreign, stay foreign. But women over here in America, oh yeah, they're really starting to feel that cold winter, to the point you've got more women putting out TikToks and videos on YouTube talking about, oh, I don't want to be a strong, independent woman no more. Oh, I've learned my lesson. No. You didn't learn your lesson, ladies. To all the women out here who are trying to put out TikToks and videos talking about you want to go back to being a quote unquote traditional woman. Nah, you didn't learn your lesson. You're not looking for an actual relationship. You're looking for help. And more men have finally peeped that game out and said, nah, I'm not going to end up being a sucker, because that's truly what these women are looking for. They're looking for a sucker. They're looking for someone who's going to make money and bring it back to them and try to quote unquote take care of them. But then here's the real test, gentlemen. Here is a real test. Any woman who would say something like that, you simply ask her, are you going to give up your social media? And that right there will let you know if she's really about what she's trying to say. 9 times out of 10, she's going to say no. And there you go, gentlemen. There you go. But yes, more and more men in real time are starting to say no to these women. Oh, I can't help you. Sorry. The number of women that I've seen on the side of the road has definitely been on a steady increase. And I mean women with cars on the side of the road. More and more men are no longer stopping to help these women. Why? They know why. She could always falsely accuse them. Or it could be a setup for a robbery. Yeah. More and more men have put their head on a swivel, especially around these modern women. And guess what? Ladies, you brought this on yourself. Now, I know there's going to be women saying, well, it's not my fault, blah, 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 blah. You stood by idly and said nothing while other women were doing everything they could to screw over other men. A lot of these women out here have friends who have screwed over a man and they said nothing about it. They did not try to hold that friend accountable. So yes, now I know some women will say, well, men do the same thing. No. See, we men have an entire society that will hold us accountable. There are other men who will step in and hold us accountable. So no, you can't try that argument. But all in all, gentlemen, I've rambled on long enough. Have you seen a slow but steady increase in cold-hearted, indifferent men in your area? Let me know in the comments section. And ladies, the power, social, political, social media, all that stuff will one day go out. Feminism and the quote unquote fake power and privileges that you enjoy from said feminism will go out right along with it. Why? Because the rise in cold-hearted, indifferent men will make sure of it. And a lot of those men will no longer be your bailout plan, which is what a lot of you women nowadays are looking for. But hey, channels like mine, the manosphere as a whole, we've woken up a lot of those backup plans. And guess what? They've decided to cut bait, and they're starting to say the one word you hate more than anything. No. And it's beautiful. That's all I got to say for this one. R.P.M. I am out.